Good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Sanchez. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. This is a show about inspiration, conversation, and motivation. That's what we say. You get your cup of that ICM, right? And I, I'm the founder of, I know it's long, so the Women's Institute of Self Development Efficacy, but it's WISE for short. We help women become unshakable, faith filled, and purpose driven. We put on conferences, networking events, retreats. We have this phenomenal 12-week coaching program, as well as we have a membership community for our women where they get to mastermind and get to hear from speakers on a monthly basis. So, as well as I am a real estate investor and I am a mom of three beautiful girls. So that is what I do. I do business development for a large investment organization, Andrew Holmes Events. So honored to be doing that as well. So that's who I am, you guys. I will pass it on over to my co-host, Kim. Go for it.
Good morning, Wise community. I love what you just said, Jennifer. It is my cup of coffee for the week being on the coffee chat. I love the coffee chat starting on a Monday morning. My name is Kimberly Montesinos. I'm the owner of Crystal Clear Cleaning. I also am a marketing rep for Melaleuca. So if you want to detox your home, not just in cleaning products, but in all areas of your life, Melaleuca is an amazing U.S. based company. And as I shared a couple of weeks ago, I just received my certification. I was studying for that to be a coach, a life coach. And love networking. So that's where I'm going to start with helping people learn how to network and get out of their shell, because I used to be in the back and didn't want to be seen. And just learning how to come to the front of the room and not being building that confidence and not being afraid. So that is me. And I have two beautiful adult children. So I will pass it on to our lovely guest.
Hi, y'all. It's Delilah. How y'all doing this morning? I'm Delilah, the owner and founder of the Rock Exchange Resale Boutique. And I have a nonprofit organization called PG31, and it stands for Proverbs Girls 31. And that's about it. I don't like to brag about myself too much.
You are not bragging. You are.
Thank
No,
you,
no, no, no.
Jennifer.
I'm not gonna let you get away with that, Delilah.
Oh, thank you. Get her, Jennifer.
No.
Gosh, I remember you being a motivational speaker at the retreat
Yes.
last year. Okay.
Yeah. So and I do speaking events as well. Am a motivational speaker, but it's from an authentic place. I really like to encourage women from places I've been and to speak from those experiences of whether they're insecurities, whether how to dress for their body type. I've had events with with a couple of women, but we've helped impacted a lot of women with their identity. We had an event a couple of years ago called the World Discovery Within Your Closet. That's where me and Jen really connected, and Maria Paloma. But I love having or being a part of events like that, that actually help women kind of discover who God created them to be. So yes, that's a little bit of who I am. And when you come into the store, I love to make women feel beautiful. And yeah, so that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Pretty much it in a nutshell. And yeah, I like to remain humble with it, and but be confident with what God has blessed me with.
Awesome. No, that's great. Thank you, Delilah, for sharing. I think it's great, and we love to if you don't toot your own horn, we will toot your horn. Like you got no problem saying that.
Thank ya.
I think one of the things is that and especially because we want to make it, and I get where you're coming from, Delilah. Maybe a lot of the women that are watching feel the same way. Like, and I say sometimes like I don't want to toot my own horn, and then people check me. Like no, Jennifer. Like let's for real who you really are. And sometimes we do that because we don't want to threaten someone or feel like we are outshining someone or feel like we don't want someone to get the wrong impression of us, right? But I think the great thing about the community, especially you, Delilah, Kim, myself, it's like we come from a place of we really want to help people. We're not
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to, outshine or like exalt ourselves in that fashion. So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And listen, if you outshine somebody, I'm not mad at people who are doing their thing.
Amen.
I cheer them on. And it's just sometimes, I guess, when you know how we're our worst critic, I think that sometimes kind of tries to play a part greater than what the accomplishments you have, done. Oh, and so, but yeah, Jen,
yeah.
yes,
You know what I love to do? Sometimes I just say the proof is in the pudding. People have heard me
yes,
say that. I be like, look, you want to believe me? Go talk to the people that have done what I've put out there, taken my
yeah,
program. I let them speak for me. That's
yeah,
sometimes what I like to do. So
yeah.
it's a coffee time. I see people are jumping on. I see
Hey,
I see, thank you, Francisco Diaz, for giving us hearts to the show. We have a user saying, good morning, ladies.
good
Um,
morning.
she's probably coming from the private community, so make sure you let us know who you are. Liza said, LOL, me too. She wrote, thank you, Jen, get her. I guess she's referring to you. And then Jeanette right here, Ruby is excited to see you today. Yeah, that's nice. That's awesome. So we go straight into coffee time. For those that are watching, this is an interactive show, so please feel free to chime in and comment because we like to engage with our viewers. So of course, the whole point of coffee time is to really just talk about what are you drinking this morning. So I will let Kim go first. Kim, what you got for us this morning?
Okay, so this morning I'm drinking decaf Starbucks from home, and I have my famous oat milk with caramel flavor. So that's what
Mm,
I'm drinking
Sounds fancy,
in my cup.
it does sound fancy. It sounds fancy. So
right?
I have tea today, and I unfortunately have to step away from the coffee because I get bloated from coffee and it causes inflammation.
Mhm.
But I'm doing this slimming kind of green tea. It's called Slim Tea Green Tea with Garcinia Camboa. You know that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. But I'm doing that because I ate terrible this weekend. Like I ate like such
Yes.
a fatty this weekend, and I'm sitting here like yesterday I was complaining to Liza like, why did I eat all of this food? Like I should have not done this. So that's why I'm doing tea because I'm a detox this week. Uh, what about you, Delilah? What are you
So
doing?
y'all are gonna laugh at me, but so I'm doing this rice tea. I just literally opened the package. I haven't tried it, so my first response is gonna be an authentic response. Rice coffee, mushroom coffee. They did their thing with advertising. I think I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. After the 100th commercial, or like, I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna just give in and buy it. So I bought it. So I'm gonna try it for the first time here on your show. And Jeanette, girl, she got me this beautiful cup from Mexico.
No.
So I had to.
Oh,
Isn't that? I love butterflies.
Yeah, it's
So
beautiful.
she got me that, and y'all are gonna laugh. I had to stop at Starbucks to get the oat milk steamed. You can order just oat milk steamed. They charge you the same amount as if it was a latte. So
Oh,
because
really?
I didn't have time to stop at the store, so I was like, let me go through the drive-thru at Starbucks and order my oat milk, honey, and cinnamon. I had them set this up the way I wanted my drink set up.
Wait, time out. Hold up.
I knew that was coming. Oh,
What?
I was like, what am I gonna do? I need oat milk with my coffee if I wanted to give you guys the right review on this stuff.
Oh, so
And
wait. Before, let me ask. You went to Starbucks just to get the oat milk with the cinnamon and all that stuff. No coffee in
all
it.
that,
no
no
coffee.
coffee,
Just so you can
And
pour it into your
steamed.
coffee here
cup.
at
'Cause
home.
yes,
Oh.
And they
I
charge
was
you the
over-
same. Did you hear
They
that?
it
They
was like
charge
almost
you the
six.
same
This
as if
thing,
there was
this
coffee in there,
it
which
was like $6.
Oh.
No, Starbucks, y'all need to do better than this. Y'all need to do better than this. But it's okay. I needed it for this morning to give y'all an honest review on this coffee. So let me do it.
okay.
And they give you a cool like bamboo spoon.
Yeah.
I
While
think it's
while you're doing that, let me share the comments because I see
Mhm.
people are commenting. So we have Jamalette. She's a great woman from our community. Hi, ladies. I had hazelnut creamer in my Dunkin' Donuts coffee at
Ooh,
home. Beautiful.
Yay on the
yes.
let's.
We have Tilsa. She's awesome. She's gonna be
Oh, Tilsa.
yeah, we're gonna be doing
Good
some stuff together.
morning.
So good morning, ladies. We have my guy right here from our investment community, Pablo. Good morning,
Hi,
ladies.
Pablo.
Happy Monday. Good
Morning.
morning. Um, we have over here again, Jamalet. She put, "Wow, that's crazy." I had no clue. You put me on game with Starbucks, Delilah. Yesterday, she ordered some dragon fruit green
Oh,
tea thing, and
Mango dragon fruit. And
yeah,
added green tea instead of lemonade and or water.
yeah, and
Amazing.
that was amazing. And I was like,
where was that?
man,
At Starbucks?
at
Is that at
Starbucks,
At
Starbucks?
Starbucks.
yeah.
Oh, I love
So
the dragon fruit flavor, the
it's
flavor.
so
Oh, I can't
good.
speak. Oh, I gotta
Yeah,
try that.
because the lemonade is too sweet for
It
me.
is.
So I was like, can you give me green tea? And
Mhm.
I wanted that boost of like like my caffeine fix. And you just do that, it's amazing. It tastes really good and not sweet, not overbearing at all.
So
At all.
Ooh,
that's
that
good.
sounds delicious.
That's good. That's good.
Yes.
So I know right now, Delilah, she's trying the mushroom coffee. I'm interested in seeing what it tastes like because I was considering buying that
Okay.
mushroom coffee
Yeah,
too.
Me
I mean
too.
it's $30 a bag. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be like, I'm gonna be honest.
I could eat a lot of terrible things. So I'm like, honestly, like I have a.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is actually pretty good.
it is
Oh,
It's
good.
okay. Okay, that's good to
And I'm
know.
an oat milk girl too, so that
this
makes
is
me feel good.
good.
But
This is
did you?
actually really good.
But are you drinking it?
Good.
Wait, time out. You're drinking it by itself, or you put that oat and all that other
No,
stuff
no.
in it?
Wait,
Oh no, she
and
put that
I
oat.
had Starbucks. I had Starbucks put the honey,
Oh,
even cinnamon. I had them blend the cinnamon and added whipped cream on top. I probably shouldn't have done all of that, but I needed to make it right as if I was drinking my cup of coffee how I would normally drink this cup of coffee.
I got you. That makes sense.
So,
That makes sense. I want to try
but
it
it tastes
without
great with the
anything.
honey.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
I could do that too. Let me. Oh no, I can't
No,
because
it's
it's mixed in the drink. Yeah, it's okay. But it tastes good though. With the oat milk, I recommend this rice coffee with oat milk.
okay.
And I've seen
okay.
people do it iced. So you can
Yeah.
do it iced too. If for my coffee drinkers who love iced coffee. It's
Yeah.
good.
It's good. Okay, cool. Well, now we know. So for those that are interested in finding out more, I was actually like, I'm gonna go to Delilah's store. I'm gonna steal a little bit of this mushroom
Go for
tea
it.
just to
Come
taste
on.
it. I'll go on Saturday. Um,
Yes.
so I actually been doing this greens, super greens, which I
Ooh.
wanted to share. You know, the bloom. Everyone's talking about it too on TikTok, and it's like a super
I haven't
green.
heard of it.
No. Well, because I've been struggling with the bloating, and I'm like, man, I can't be looking like I have food babies all day. You know, like that's just not cool. Yeah. So I started doing the super greens, and like even my daughter's like, man, mom, that really is working. Like I don't feel as bloated. So I've been doing the bloom too, which is similar to the mushroom coffee because mushroom coffee is about bloating, correct?
Yeah. It says that there's so many benefits. You don't
Yeah.
get inflammation. It helps with bloating. It's 2,000 milligrams of mushroom. It's 100% vegan.
Oh,
Wow.
It helps you. It has light. So there's these the mushrooms that they have. Lion's mane. It helps you focus.
yeah.
Reishi, which helps with stress relief. So for my people who have anxiety, because coffee, I guess, triggers a lot of people who deal with anxiety because of the
Absolutely.
caffeine.
Sure.
So this will help with that. King Trumpet. I didn't even know there was a mushroom called King Trumpet. King Trumpet helps with anti-inflammation. Inflammation. So yeah, turkey tail. Did you know that there was a
Oh
mushroom
my
called
God,
turkey?
what is that?
Where did I get these names?
I've never heard of
Turkey
turkey tail.
I never heard of turkey tail either.
helps with healthy
This is
digestion.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Does
give
it
you all
have
the.
does it have probiotic in there?
I'm assuming that the mushroom is what helps that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because
Okay.
probably. But Jennifer,
yeah.
did you I thought you tried a with Dr. Kara. Did you ever try Dr. Kara Dentley? She had a mushroom coffee too. Or did you not try that
Well,
coffee?
I tried it. I didn't like it.
Okay.
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 I wasn't into the flavor with that one. I did her teas. Her teas were good, but like the coffee, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it too much. So it wasn't like but I want to try this one and see how this
Me
one
too.
tastes.
Because
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah,
a
come
coffee
taste
drinker,
it.
it's hard, right? You got to find
Yeah.
something that really gets your taste buds.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And without, for me, coffee gives me acid reflux really bad.
me too.
And I'm like there's certain days where I need the coffee and I'm like, do I want to risk dealing with the acid reflux? And so,
Mm.
especially, I love café en su olla or café de olla. We've talked
Mm.
about this before. I love café de olla, but that thing burns my esophagus like nobody's business. So I'm like, I need to find something that's good. And I think I just found it. And I heard it helps with bloating. So, Jen, if that's your
There
issue,
you go. Hmm.
I've
That's
heard these people
I
say it
need it
helps
for
with bloating.
inflammation. I
Mm-hmm.
have bad inflammation a lot of
Okay.
times.
yeah.
Now, do you take like apple cider vinegar and water to help with that?
You know what? When I was younger, I did. There's so many things that I did pre-children,
Okay.
and then I kind of lost it. But I didn't even really, in my 20s, that bloating opposed to this bloating is a whole different bloat, right?
I hear you. I hear you.
So I know that I used to take a shot of apple cider vinegar and a what do you call it? A peel of garlic. Just eat it,
Ooh.
and that used
Wow.
to really, I don't know, I felt really good. So I mean, I can try that again. Thank you for reminding me. That is a really good home remedy. Is that apple
So
cider vinegar?
Yeah.
would you just take a shot of it straight?
I had a shot glass by
Ooh.
my kitchen sink,
Okay.
and I love
Okay.
garlic, so I can eat garlic raw. I'm a
Wow.
garlic fanatic. It's
Good
just
for
when
you.
you want to
That's
kiss somebody,
awesome.
it might not be that great, but
Right. Like, honey, stay away for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, I think the garlic, I've heard of that remedy. The thing about that is that it also comes out of your pores, right? So like when you
it
eat
does.
garlic, you'll start
Hmm.
Ooh.
coming out of your pores, which I mean, it's a good thing because garlic has the antiseptic in it, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, I get that. So let me share these comments. I have Gemma Let, she wrote, Delilah, I need to go back to your shop because I have a women's conference and I need you to style me, girl.
There you
Come,
go.
girly, come. Yes.
Yeah.
Come,
I,
come.
I
I
think
got a body
everybody,
pieces.
I think everyone's going to this conference.
Uh,
So Martha,
Yes.
you
She
better.
did her thing.
She did.
She's out in these streets.
she's on
Liza,
fire.
she
Martha's
is.
on fire.
Liza, I want to try the
Oh,
matcha
the matcha.
one. Oh, okay. There's a matcha one, right? Okay,
Yeah, there
cool.
is. There is.
Maybe I should try that one. Okay, and then we have but mushroom also helps with brain
Mm.
health and prevention on
Oh,
Alzheimer's. Oh, okay, cool. Didn't know
Wow.
that.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, then Liza, she put laughing faces. And then Leslie Vargas, I think that's the name. Hi Delilah, congratulations on God's work. Hello, ladies. So
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, hello, good morning.
good morning, good morning. And then just I know that I'm Delilah, something's up with the mics. Just wanted to give you the heads up again.
Oh, did you hear me? Oh, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah.
Is it better now?
There's like a
You know what
pulsating.
it is? Delilah, I bet you it's your earring.
Okay, let me take this off. Do you
Yeah,
hear me
yeah.
now?
You're beautiful,
Oh,
but I bet you
let me
because I hear
disconnect
that
it.
clink
Hold on
clink.
one
I don't know if you
second.
hear it.
Let me put it away.
And no worries, no worries. So while we're waiting on ooh, ooh, let me mute that real quick, guys. Hold on. That was loud. Uh, now we have her on. I know she's fixing her mics right now, but we're gonna talk about Delilah. She has that resale shop that she recently opened up. I want to say it's been, I don't know, maybe no more than 6 months. Delilah, you back on with us? You're still doing the mics? Yeah, she's still doing the mics. but I've been going
Yeah.
there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, better.
Okay.
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Good. Good. Good.
Yeah, so like it's addicting to go to this resale shop that you put together.
Uh-oh.
And I love, first off, I love thrift stores. I'll be the first to tell you I have no problem using gentle use clothing because we know clothing that comes in and out, right? Like you lose it, you lose weight, you gain weight, it has a lifespan. The clothes has a lifspan. So
Yeah.
I have no
Mhm.
problem like thrift shopping and stuff like that. I love thrift stores. But yours is different. It's clean,
Mhm.
smells good. Like you take care of your
Wow.
clothes. You see that you have
Yeah.
your steamers and you have your. I see you got your.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of good hygiene and majority of the clothes that you sell has the tag still on it from the original store. So
Wow.
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about your resale shop, how it started, and all that good stuff.
So it came to me in a dream. So I hope this encourages men and women who have dreams that God has given. And I'm going to talk about faith because that's where my foundation stands on, is on my faith in God. So about 6 years ago, God gave me a dream for a resale shop. And he gave me the exact location, the whole 9 yards. And my fear, like many of us, stopped me. I was like, there's no way I can afford it. I was looking at my pockets versus instead of looking at God's pockets. A lot of times we're limited by um, our pockets and not looking at how big our God is.
Mhm.
And so he gave me this dream 6 years ago. I did nothing with it. Let me tell you, a year later, I had called that location. It was available at that time. I was like, there's no way I can afford that lease. And what if something goes wrong? What if I lose my job? What am I going to do? I did nothing. A year and a half later, at that same location, a resale shop opens. And not
Mhm.
only did they open, they expanded and they took over the next store that was right next to them.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh my gosh. And then a couple of years after that, God had given me another vision. And while I was in Florida, I did nothing with that because I was comfortable.
Mhm.
Mm.
I kid you not, one day I was driving down 111th, the same name that he had given me for that resale shop. It was called like the Weekend Thrifts, okay? And it was going to only be open on the weekends. I'm driving down 111th. What do I see? The Weekend Thrift. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. So then this one, it came to me, I want to say now it's been a year, like a little over a year, about a year and a month now. um, God gave me the dream for the Rock Exchange. And the Rock stands for Restoring Our Community Kindly. And
Oh.
when I tell you, I got to give God all the credit. He gave me the vision. I had my notebook right next to my bed, and I had to get up, write it down right away. And the vision that I have and the mission behind the Rock Exchange is not only to make women, I have some men and men look good, but it's to help the community. So our initiative is to help kids in less fortunate areas to get put in school so kids can shop for free. I don't sell children's clothing. We do accept donations for children's clothing as long as it comes from like smoke-free, pet-free homes. We disinfect all of our clothes. And even the clothes that go onto the floor, I disinfect them. I purchase clothing. So ladies, if you got some clothes, I purchase them at a percentage of what I sell it for. So it's not like you're going to get rich, but you're going to make some money that off of clothes that just been sitting in your closet. Whatever I don't purchase, I donate, and I also give to uh, three other organizations, two people who help with refugees, one organization that helps the homeless, and the other organization that helps missions. So yeah, we're out
Mhm.
here. It's not just a pretty resale shop. I've never really publicly shared that on a public platform, but our store is something, it's different than just any resale boutique. And any other thrift store, a lot of people have that negative, like you just said, it's not congested, it's not crazy in here or anything like that. It's an experience when you come into the Rock Exchange. It's
Oh
an
yeah.
experience.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll share my experience. I'm gonna share my experience, but let me share these comments real quick. We have Jennifer Reyes. Good morning, all. Good morning, Jennifer.
Hi, good morning, girl.
She wrote, God's pockets are unlimited. Yes, keep the dream alive. Love what the Rock Exchange stands for. I agree. So
Oh,
I
thank
do
you.
too.
so
Thank you.
for those that want to experience Delilah, right? Delilah is a whole nother level, all right. And I know that she comes from like the fashion world. I know you did the plus size modeling. I know you left that
Mm-hmm.
out in the introduction, but I'm gonna bring it
Yeah.
up anyway. Um,
Okay.
so right, but I remember going in, and this is your thing because look, I go to a store, be like, I know what I want. You know, usually, and most of us do this, right? Like people say,
Mm-hmm.
how can I help you? And you're like, oh, I'm good. I don't need help. And you're kind of just looking for your stuff into the store, right? Just doing your thing. Nah, Delilah's like, oh, girl, try this on. Oh, girl, I got this for you. Oh, girl, I got this. And then all of a sudden, my ass is in my bra and underwear in like her little room. And I'm like, Delilah, we're getting a little too comfortable for each other right now. But because she kept throwing dresses at me, like I didn't have enough
Yes.
time to just kind of like change and like put back on original clothes. I was like, it is what it is. Delilah's getting to
Yes.
know me a little bit more personal. But I mean, it was a great experience because yeah, she did the thinking for you, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And
And so
with a lot of, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, and it's great, especially for there's certain individuals, and I'll be one first to say, sometimes I don't want to use brain power on certain things and
Mm-hmm.
activities because they're trying
Yeah.
to save that brain power for other things, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me to come here, it's a no-brainer. You just kind of throw things at me and be like, oh, try this, try that, try this, try that. And it's like, oh, this is great, you know? And then I leave with a bag full of like dresses and I spent like $150. I'm like, how the hell did this happen? You know?
Wow.
But it's
You
worth
know,
it. It's all good quality stuff. You
Oh
would have
yeah,
spent $400 on that same bag somewhere else.
absolutely.
And it's
oh, I can't
affordable. Like,
wait.
yeah, yeah, come. And you know what? Let's say you come and I don't have let's say the selection you're looking for at that moment. I will personally go out and shop for your body type.
She will.
So if you come
Wow.
and you're like, you know what, I'm not finding what I want. So what a lot of people don't know, for several years before I even got into plus size modeling, I was a bridal consultant for years.
Mm,
And
Oh,
I was
wow.
trained under seasoned women who are a little bit older. Back in the day, what people don't realize is they would put older women in bridal shops to be that motherly figure for
mm,
brides, and that's how those
Wow.
brides would purchase, because you have someone who's a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more older. So I was trained under those women for years,
mm,
and I sold wedding gowns that were anywhere from 900 to 25,000.
mm,
Yeah.
And so what I worked with women who were a size 0 to a size 28 in wedding dresses.
mm.
So in that experience I learned body types. So I can look at somebody and tell you, oh, they're a size 6, they're a size 8. Even if they're like, no, I'm a size 2, I'm like, no, you're more like a size 8. Or my
Yep.
women who are afraid to admit that they're thick and they're like, I'm a size 8, but when they're really like a size 16, it's okay. And don't pay attention to the numbers that you see on the clothing.
Amen.
I tell people all the time, they're like, if somebody's struggling with being a 2X, I tell them all the time, just rip out the tag. Each design, because nobody's gonna walk up to you and say, so is that a size 2X? No, they're not gonna look at the tag. If you're more subconscious about that number, cut it out and rock that outfit you
Wow.
want.
Wow.
Have you ever gone into Torrid?
Oh
Have
yeah.
right
Oh yeah.
Torrid?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep,
You- you-
Torrid.
I love when I go in there. The sizes there, it starts from 0
Yes.
up. So even though
One,
you're like a size 12, you're a size 0 in that
right.
store.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes.
There's
Mm.
there's
And it's
definitely
it's a
a
smart marketing
psychology.
tool. Yes,
Yes,
it is.
there's a psychology behind it because you're gonna feel better purchasing that product. I love what you
Right.
just said, right? No wonder you're like, rip the tag off. If you don't like that it says 2X, rip it off. But there's a
Mhm.
psychology behind the sizes when we're putting on clothes as women. It really is.
Right, right, right.
Oh my God.
And
And
yeah.
there's quite a few things I love. One is when you said not, I've never gone shopping. This is funny to me. I've never gone shopping where someone else has just like started throwing stuff and there's no brain power. Like one of the things I love about going to the gym, and I have this class that I go to. I used to go to Orange Theory, and then my son started working at LA Fitness, so I switched because they have this class called HIT. And like Jennifer, since I'm really busy, when I go to work out, I don't want to think. So if I go to the gym and I have to do my own program, it ain't gonna work. So I go to the gym to take a class for 1 hour because that's what I want to dedicate. So I don't have to think. So the idea of going shopping, look how much time you're gonna save going to your shop, because if you can look at a woman and say, hey, you know what, I love what looks good on you. I for one learned a long time ago when I worked at Bonwit Teller, which you guys don't probably even know because it was like back in the 80s. And it was their competition was Neiman Marcus and I Magnin. And that was one of the things I learned about women were really big on that size, that number. And by me seeing that, I became one of how does it look on your body? Try it on. Like in my closet, I have I used to, when I was thinner, be from a size like 8 to a 14, and now I'm like a 14 to a 20. And it just depends on how it fits your body. It has nothing to do with the number, really. And some designers make their clothes bigger. Some, like Gloria Vanderbilt and I, could never have a relationship because she's for women who are like really thin legs, and I got thick legs. So I need someone who's more, designer fit for me. So I love that you can go in your shop and someone can just create the style and you can have fun shopping, right? Because it's I mean, most women love to shop, but it's like it's time consuming, and you might have an idea, but then I'm a squirrel type individual anyway. So I'll walk somewhere and I'm like, oh, squirrel, look at those pants. Oh, squirrel. But if someone's actually bringing me stuff that I don't have to get discouraged, because how many times have you taken a bunch of things that you think are cute into the fitting room and you come out with all that stuff and you're like, oh, you know what? This is not the day for shopping. Right? And so if someone's there helping,
and there's times I put things on people and they're like, they look at me like, you want me to try that on? I said, yeah, just try it on. If it doesn't look good, just take it off. Right, Jen?
Yeah. I'd be like, you sure? You sure? Like.
And then when she goes to her events looking fabulous, she feel like this is going to be a fabulous event. Most of all these women coming to your shop, we all going to be looking so good.
Come. I'm telling you. And you know, the cool thing about this is that they're exclusive pieces.
They are.
So I seriously go shopping and hand select a majority of what I have. And I've recently been purchasing, like I mentioned. So ladies, if you got things in your closet, come to the store. And some people are like, I don't even want the money. So if you don't want to, you can donate the clothes and I sort through them and you receive 20% off of your purchase. Sometimes that's greater than what you would make, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. I agree, because I think that's a benefit if you're constantly shopping at the store, for sure.
Do you take young men's clothes or just women?
Yes.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I do. I need to actually expand that section.
Okay.
So I do. So if you have your son's clothing, bring that
he
in.
Just gave me a bag to give to Goodwill. I'll bring it to you.
Bring it to the Rock Exchange.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
And make some money on that. Or use that 20% discount towards the items. But I want it to be exactly. I want it to be an experience for women and men, but mainly I cater to women because that's what I am. But I help men out too. They come in and I make suggestions and they love it and they rock and tag us at the Rock Exchange, tag us on Instagram. I love sharing photos of my clients.
Okay. Wonderful. I can't wait.
She is good. Let me quickly say, Lizette, I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. I just put the link in the comment section. I will also add it here. She wants to know about the conference that we're talking about. So I will make sure that I share the link to the conference, because I know that I'm going to be speaking. The Accelerator Conference. I'll be speaking. I know Kim's going to be speaking. So a lot of us are going to be on the stage there. So if you want to use that, there's a code there, and I think I got a discount code. So make sure you take advantage of more information when the show is done about the conference that's coming up. So with all that, with the Delilah show, you guys, Delilah store, definitely, I would say go. What I was gonna say earlier is like you don't. It's really nice to go have an experience as well, because me and her, like, we chatted up. You know, we're chatting, right? We're talking, we're having a good time. Mind you, like I even feel like at one point I was seeing her like once a week. I swear, I was like, I haven't been going to any other store besides this store, right? So definitely take advantage of Delilah's what she's offering, and she does shop for you, because she'll send me pictures and be like, Jennifer, I got this just for you. I'll be like, damn.
And you know what? And the thing is, when I send it to her and I'm like, don't sleep on it because it's gonna sell. And she sleeps on it and she's like, you still got that dress? I'm like, no, it's sold. So
Yeah.
when you see something, get it.
Yeah.
When you see something, get it. And so
Now I've been more mindful. I'll be like, no, save that dress for me. I'll get it on Saturday.
Yeah, and you can sell me the money too. So if you see something I'm rocking, modeling, like in my videos, and you see it, I'll sell me and I will save it on the side for you. And so but yeah, come to the Rock Exchange experience. And I honestly got to give God all the glory. I can't even take much credit. Sometimes in life we just think like, man, why do things happen the way they happen? Sure. I was actually stripped from so much to a point where I had nothing but yes to say to God. And that's how this third time around, when the Rock Exchange came to me in a vision, I was like at a crossroad, like, God, what do I do? And what do I do, God? I don't know. I was willing to go head on for someone else's business instead of focusing on what God told me to do. And sometimes you got to just do what God told you to do and go for yourself just as hard as you would go for that person that you're supporting. I am a big cheerleader for my friends. I will show up for my friends and show up for your friends, man.
Yeah.
So often we get so familiar with people and we're like, oh, they got it. No, show up for your friends, show that love, show that support, cheer them on. And you don't know how that would impact your life in the future. They're going to cheer you on the same way. And even if they don't, God's going to send other people who are going to cheer you on as if they knew you. So yeah. Oh, can I share a nugget too?
Go for it.
People's opinions are not your facts.
Amen.
I was driving the other day and that came to me. People's opinions are not your facts. So yeah, that's it. That's my word of advice for today, for this Monday morning at 8:19.
Someone needed to hear that.
No, yeah. Well, how many times, and I guess I could even share this, how many times it resonates what you're saying, Delilah, because I had my Wise logo for years before I actually launched Wise, right? And one of the biggest things, and I've been very transparent, because when I started Wise in 2018, I probably had that logo done like in 2015, right?
Wow,
But one of the biggest things was I was scared, right? I was scared of people's opinions about me. I was worried, like, who am I to tell women, especially women who are older than me, what they need to do in their lives to become better, right? Like to become a better person. But I think sometimes we limit ourselves. And then I had to sit back and say, Jennifer, you've gotten all this dang training. You've gotten all this dang coaching. You've been developing yourself since the age of 21. Like, what, yes, maybe it took you, for example, me, I'm talking for myself. It took me 10 years to figure it out. Let's just say, right? But who am I to say, like, if I got it, how dare I not share that information with somebody else? Right? And especially if it's a calling. If you know deep in your spirit, so God's calling you to do something. So I remember running away. I had the opportunity once and I ran away. The opportunity, like you, Delilah, it presented itself for me to work with women. something happened, something kicked off, and it was just like, nope, I ain't ready for this, right? So I had to
Yeah.
pull back.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, how dare you? And that's what one of my just told me, dare you not share this information with other women? And that was for me like, okay, I need to get in gear. I know that this is a calling. I know that I need to get it going. And who would have thought, right? Like Delilah, who would have thought? Look at how you're blossoming, PG-31. Look at your store. It's
Yeah.
growing, right? Um, Same thing with Kim, right? Like we need to step into it, go for it, regardless of the fear behind it.
Yes. Yes.
Anything new is scary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oof.
And you may not have, even if people have the same type of business, you
Amen.
may not have that mentor, that coach. Somebody had reached out to me to like mentor them. I'm like, listen, I'm just starting out. I'm learning the ropes still. And you may want to reach out to someone who's more seasoned in having a business as a resale shop, but because I'm just learning myself and I want to make sure I have this down pat, right? And but what I'm called to do is make women feel beautiful. And I'm in my purpose now. Before I was wondering, and in my 30s, I'm wondering, God, I think I had like almost like a little breakdown, 38, 39, because I'm like, what am I called to do? Like what? But I always had this thing to help women, like make feel like I could be at conferences and encourage women. I've spoke at a couple of Jennifer's retreats. I'm there encouraging women, but now I'm in a place where, I'm at a store where women can feel comfortable. And it's rewarding because I remember there was a client who came in one time and she's never wore jeans because she had a body type. Her legs were thin, but an apple shaped body type.
Mm-hmm.
And she never wore, she cried. We found
Oh
her
wow.
jeans. We found her jeans and she cried because she's like, this is the first time I was able to wear jeans.
Oh
And
wow.
she was in her late 30s. And
Mm.
so just to help women like that. And there's women who don't feel comfortable with the store being open. So I will set appointments. I'm closed on Sundays and Mondays. But if you don't feel comfortable being around other people, I will literally set an appointment with you. You can come in and have that personalized experience. And this is a judgment free zone. When I tell you a judgment free zone, this is a judgment free zone.
Amen.
And
Wow.
so, yeah, it's more of an experience than anything. I
Don't
pride
don't
myself on
don't
customer
don't tell me
service.
don't tell me that, Delilah, because I'm gonna be hitting you up
She'd be
like,
I'm telling you, I'm like, get some girlfriends together. We want privacy.
yeah, yeah. Let's make it a whole special event. Get a few of your girls together. We'll shut the store
Yes.
down on Sunday after church. We'll
yeah.
make it happen.
We could totally do like a coffee chat live in your
Let's do
space.
it.
We could do
Oh,
an event
wow.
Let's
That would be
do
there,
it. I'm
great.
here.
do some
I'm
networking.
here
I,
for
I
it.
think that would be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's
You know,
do
I
it.
love the networking
Yeah.
and meeting new
Yes.
ladies. I love what you said about taking your experience. I remember when the cleaning business came to me in 2004, I was like, God, you're playing with me because I don't even clean. Like I wasn't. I knew nothing about my business. I had someone helping me, and I ignored it too. I ignored it as well. Um, and I'm like the same as the Jennifer and Delilah and most and the ladies in this community is, even though I service families and I have male clients, but I
Mm-hmm.
love serving my women
Mm-hmm.
because even still in this crazy society of duo incomes and everyone, when I was young, my mom stayed home, now everyone has to work,
Mm-hmm.
and it just brings me joy when someone can come home and their house is clean because women
Yeah.
really exhale more from that than the male figure. I
Mm-hmm.
feel
Mm-hmm.
they benefit from it because then we're not upset, we get more relaxed, which allows for more intimacy and more time to spend with your mate, whoever that is, um and it just feels good when a woman calls and says, hey Kim,
Yeah.
your team, they just, oh my God, you don't know, I've cried from those stories. We've had
Ooh.
employees who care, really, it just helps us. And when we serve the people, give them complimentary cleanings when a family has cancer. I just had a sister in another networking group call me who has cancer, and
Wow.
you know it was so humbling to me that she called me and said, "Can your company clean? I'm going through this." And when I hung up the phone, I got emotional, but I was like, God's going to be with you. We're going to pray for you, but I'm going to be here
That's
for
right.
you with what I can
Yeah.
do. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just love this. That's why I love the coffee chat, because the women who come on here, Jennifer draws them, and you just share your experience, and it just chokes you up. And to Jennifer, when she says, I was, I was afraid, because what are older women going to think? I'm probably, I think, 25 or 30 years older than Jennifer. And when I met her, the first thing I wanted to do was help her. Right. But I never
Mm.
looked at her. I knew she was young, but I never like, oh, she's young. Who does she think she is? I was inspired. I thought, oh, I want
Mm.
to see more young ladies like Jennifer. And so
Mm.
the idea of supporting her and getting into Wise, and boy, I learned quite a few things that we still laugh about today.
Yeah.
Um, so age it is about getting out of your fear. And that's why I did the coaching, because I have had clients say to me, man, when I have a experience with you, I feel like you're coaching me. You should coach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you're right. Fear sets us in, and you look up, and age is a number too. I'm going to be
Yeah.
60 years old in
Oh,
what,
girl,
three
you look
weeks.
fabulous. You
That is
look
so true.
fabulous.
Yeah.
And I still am
Yes.
like afraid, like I have my moments too where I'm like, oh, I'm afraid. But just know God has us. And when you have that, when that opportunity presents itself, it's for a reason, right, ladies?
That's
And
right. That's right.
I'm just so glad you're doing what you're doing, Delilah. You
Yes.
Ever since I met you last year at the retreat, I knew you were just someone special,
Oh,
and
thank
you're
God.
just amazing.
She is
You
someone
know,
special, Delilah. You really
oh,
are.
Yes.
thank God, thank God. Talking about learning from the young. So my organization PG 31, Proverbs Girls 31. I have girls this season. It was a little different. They're between 11 and 13. They're all the girls. It's rare that it's like that, but this year it was specifically 11 to 13 in that range. I learned so much from them. You walk
Mm,
in thinking that you're going to teach them, but no, they go around and teach you.
mm,
And resilience. This generation, the one word is resilience.
Yeah.
Um, and with my girls, they're just resilient.
mm.
And by the way, we're going to be having a fashion show in October, and they're going to be spearheading that fashion show. And from Fashions from the Rock Exchange. So PG 31 and the Rock Exchange. In October, we will be having a fashion show. Stay tuned. The girls are going to be running that fashion show, and it's going to be a fundraising
Oh.
fashion show for PG 31
Oh,
for
nice.
next year. And so they're this Saturday they were working on the details
Oh,
and on who's doing what. And it's just great to see their minds and their eyes light up like they're running this. And so
Oh,
come
wow.
through, be on the lookout for tickets. They came up with the idea. They're like, Delilah, we should have a VIP section. I'm like, what do they know about a VIP section?
Oh my goodness.
And so they came up with this idea. So I kid you not, when I started PG 31 this summer in the store, they were like, we should have a fashion show. I'm like, I'm here for it. Let's do it. I've hosted fashion shows in the past, and to do something of our own is amazing. And
that's
so the
awesome.
girls are going to be spearheading it. Yeah, wait till you see them. They're
That's
they're they're
awesome.
firepackers. They're wonderful girls.
That's
Wonderful girls.
awesome. I
Wow.
love that. Let me share these comments real quick because I know people have been commenting, and I want to make sure I try to share all of them as much as I can. Thank you
Oh,
for those words, Jennifer. That was confirmation on what I needed to do. No
Mm.
that's
problem.
awesome.
And then this Facebook user, I don't know who you are. I know you're commenting. You're commenting in the private group. Make sure you say who you are. There's room for anyone.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
she said, "Hello, beautiful ladies. Just jumped on. Love Delilah and her rock exchange and what she does with her faith and helping young ladies. That's
Oh, thank you.
awesome."
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
and then we have yes, a wise event. So Gemmalet's on board with the wise event at your location. Um, we have also here a Facebook user. Yes, wonderful experience at the Rock Exchange.
Oh,
Um, Then we have, let me see right here. I'm trying to, someone, yes, Kim Montesinos, God has such a sense of
Yes, he
humor.
does.
He sure does. And then we have Isali. She's an investor with me in the investment community. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning,
Thank you for
Estali. Good morning.
jumping. We have, yes, I am one of the older ones benefiting great from Jennifer Sanchez and the Beautiful Wise group. Kim, no way, only a number. So that is
Yes, she
amazing.
looks good.
Yeah, yes, 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 Delilah. Love how God works. What is the exact date in October? They're ready for the date already.
All
I
right.
know, I
Oh,
know. I
Oh,
have
we're
to make
ready.
sure
We're
that
ready
the
to
venue,
support you.
I have to make sure that the venue is available. So I'm shooting for October 7th. So just
okay.
kind of keep that with the check mark. I'm actually going to call them today, get that out the way, and then I will have a flyer ready. If it's available, I'm making my deposit on it today
Amen.
to have it ready. So October 7th, October 7th.
That's wonderful, Delilah. And we're excited. We'll definitely support.
Pray for us. Pray
We
for us.
will. We will. So for those that are watching, especially if you're on right now, I want to make sure I share because we have our retreat coming up. So I've been putting on
That's
retreats
right.
since 2018, and it's called Healing the Hustle. So if
Ooh,
you've been all over the place, you feel like it's the end of the year. We're wrapping up September, October. I mean, we only got a couple months left for 2023 to end.
wow.
Um, and it's summer is crazy. We know that summer, especially if you're a mom, you have kids, you've been whatever it is, you've been all over the place. We have a retreat we put together for women. I'm going to show this real quick. It's called Healing the Hustle 2023
Oh,
in Antioch, Illinois. That is the property itself.
wow.
We will be,
That's beautiful.
yep, we're going to be right off the water. So you know me, my retreats have always been specific where there's nature involved. Gotta have nature. Got to. I know there's people that love to put retreats in hotels and all that fancy schmancy stuff, and that's great. I love those too. But for me, it's all about connecting back with nature to reground yourself. There's a lot of evidence that
Yeah.
being in nature regrounds you, right?
Yeah.
And I love the whole experience of doing exercises on the beach, doing activities on the beach, being by the water. Delilah was one of our speakers last year, and that was a lot of fun. I know she enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
Kim's been attending my retreat since 2018, so she knows every year I put on an amazing retreat. And yes, I'm tooting my own horn because
Toot,
you
toot,
know, um,
toot.
that's how we started. That's how we started, was putting retreats together.
Yeah.
So I have 6 beds left. The price is $399 for the entire weekend. With that, you get all the
Wow.
activities and you get 2 dinners, right? I don't take care of your breakfast or your lunch unless there's leftovers from the dinner. You can eat that. But I take care of the dinners for the retreat. So it's a great experience. If you need time to heal, you need time to, we're going to have some sound therapy happening. We're going to have some soaking happening. If you don't know what that is, you need to come. I'm trying to coordinate some things that are going to be fun for the ladies. So make sure you guys register. And I have the link. It's wisewomanculture.com.
I
Heal the
love the name. Heal the Hustle 20. I'm gonna try my hardest to make it to this one as an attendee. So
Yes.
y'all, I am because we already talked. You may see my deposit come through. I'm like, I have a lot going on, but yeah, we'll see. I might
Yeah.
be at this one. I
Like,
love the name. Just Heal the Hustle.
heal the hustle.
I love
Delilah,
that.
you were, well, you didn't stay the whole retreat, but it's one
No,
thing to
I
come and
literally have to go.
speak, and then it's another to actually go there and be a recipient. Because each
Wow.
year I've walked away, and I had the pleasure last year when you spoke to bring my comadre, and we started going to women's retreats in 1999. I was pregnant with
Wow.
my daughter, pretty pregnant. I was in summer. She's a July baby. So I think we went in
Oh.
June or something like that. And from that moment, I was hooked. And
Mm.
when I met Jennifer, and she's like, Kim, I want to put on these retreats. I'm like, do it. Hers are amazing.
That's awesome.
They're great.
You know,
I love how we sit outside and eat in nature. I mean, everything is fabulous, but I love that camaraderie that we have outside when she puts a lot into these, being in the leadership team. I see what she does to put into it, and it's a lot of work, but boy, you get so
so
much. And
much.
I would love to see you if you're in that hustle grind, because I know a
I
lot of us
am.
are. Go to the retreat so you can really sit back and reflect.
Okay,
Mm.
you know what? I'm
Yes.
gonna go. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna
Go.
go. Okay, so you got 5 beds
I'm gonna
left. You
miss
got
you,
5
but
beds
go,
left.
girl.
5 beds left. You know what? I went on a retreat with Arsemiris. It was my first women's retreat like 2 years ago. I want to say it was 2 years ago. I was carrying the weight of shame for years. And at that retreat is when I released that shame.
See, amen.
And after that, I was like, nobody could tell me nothing about what I did. Because it's what I did, it's not who I am.
That's
So,
why you were such an amazing speaker.
yeah.
You know how you touched women at Jennifer's last year. That was why. So imagine you going this year, whatever weight is on you this year, you're going to have another testimony.
Yeah. Oh, I
Amen
can't
to that.
wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna be there, Jennifer. I'm gonna be there.
Amen.
There you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm gonna be there.
Oh yes, it's gonna be good. I mean, all the women. The great thing about our retreats, all the women. See, one thing that I cater to is I cater to the entrepreneurial and professional woman. That's who usually is my audience, right? Especially women that are like, okay, we had this conversation yesterday, Delilah, when you came with me to the thing. We attract people with ADHD. Let's just be honest.
I mean, you can tell.
That
Look
squirrel
at what happened
syndrome.
today. I had ADHD with my coffee this morning.
We do. A lot of us have it, and it's like it's because we have neurodivergent brains, right? So we attract like attracts like. So what that means is there's some setbacks a little, but there's also some real great benefits, which we can thrive in chaos. We can go all over the place, right? We can do 20 things at one time. If you're that person that has 50 tabs open while you're working, you probably have ADHD. Just saying, go get diagnosed, right? But
yeah, just go to the retreat. Don't get diagnosed.
but we tend to do that. We tend to do multiple things, a million things at one time. We tend to have multiple projects going on because that's just we operate and we thrive in dysfunction. So healing the hustle is going to force you to sit your butt down, right? Oof. And not think, not use that brain power. Remember like big on preserving that, like just receiving.
Receiving.
And I think
especially for women who give so much.
Yes.
This is sit your butt down and be still.
Yes. You need to refill the tank.
Yes.
That's the retreats always refill my tank. And I'm so sorry I'm missing this one because my business coach I'm not even going to be refilled. My brain is going to be going that weekend, but I will be there in spirit.
No,
but
you'll be there. Yeah.
Delilah, go.
I'm going to be there. Jen, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, you're going to have fun. And then it's a big camaraderie, and one thing that I'm finding is that there's no true, genuine friendships or true, genuine women relationships, right? Especially kind of like seeing what's out there now. And I'm kind of like, oh, I could see like how sometimes women are not genuine, right? And I have been, thank God, because that's God, that he's brought great women that have surrounded me that truly want to support one another, that truly want to love on one another. And there's no cattiness, right? So that's one of the biggest.
We're too grown for that.
We're too grown. We're too grown. And that's one of the biggest things that I say in my retreats is like, we will not be catty at this retreat. There will be no bullies. There will be no cliques, right? Because in retreats, you start seeing these little cliques form, right? And I'm like, none of that here, because it's all about being authentic. And imagine you having that wall up because you're worried about what that other woman's thinking about you. Like, nah, you have to be able to surrender and really really receive what's happening at that retreat. So y'all that are watching and you haven't put your deposit down, put your deposit down. Actually, it's I mean, it's a weekend. $3.99 is nothing because you can pay that for a regular event. So
For real.
a regular weekend away. So all right. Well, Delilah, do you have any
Oh, this was
final words?
good. Come through to the Rock Exchange, and once again I thank you guys, thank you ladies for having me on. This was fun. Get your Rise coffee. That's a plug for them.
All right.
Get your Rise coffee, but just come on through and experience the Rock Exchange. You can also support PG31 on the link on my page when I post our events. It's self-funded right now. There's some people who donate monthly, but we can always use more donors to help what we're going. So support us by supporting the event in October, the fashion show. Come through at the Rock Exchange and have your personalized experience. And yeah, thank you so much, ladies, for having me on today. This was a blast.
It
This
was
was
so
a
much
blast.
fun. Yeah, Delilah, it's
Aw.
always fun hanging out with you. And Kim, thank you so much for
Yes.
being on and being part of the show. So,
Thank you, ladies.
and everyone else that's watching, you guys are awesome. And we will see you guys next week.
Mwah. God
Bye.
bless y'all.
God bless
Bye.
you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.